Leo, thank you so much for being here today. I want to start by getting your personal reaction. How did you react when you heard the tragic news?
Oh, Ben, it was just shocking. Literally, as we're getting ready to go on the air, we're starting to hear all these kind of reports of what's going on. So nothing was really concrete till literally minutes before we went on the air. And then, be honest with you, when we did that, when we saw the two teams do the 24-second violation, that's when it really hit home. It became very emotional because, this is real. This is no longer speculation. Kobe's gone. It's a tragic accident. And it was a tough one to swallow. It really was.
Yeah, Leo, I actually tuned in about 5 seconds before they started making that symbolic 24-second pause each, and it hit home as well. But you were there, obviously, in the arena with friends and family and peers. So talk to me about the pregame ceremony. I hear that there was a moment of silence that was held. What was the vibe before the game actually started? What was going through your mind?
Well, there was just a weird energy in the entire arena because, again, all these rumors were circulating, and then it became fact. And you could just see players. I mean, players were all just looking at each other in disbelief. DeMar DeRozan, very close, former Raptor, very close to Kobe. His teammates came out, and not a lot was said. They just embraced each other and just tried to be there. But talking to management, I know ex-NBA players, people in the arena, everybody just had this complete look of disbelief. You could see it with the fans as well. There was an unusual calm, unusual quiet in the arena, and even in a game that had a lot of emotion as far as a competitive game that came right down to the fourth quarter. Something was missing. You could just tell these players were pushing and they're fighting, but something was missing. A lot of people were hurting.
Well, we've seen tributes pour in from every corner of the basketball world and beyond. As a former player, what did Kobe Bryant mean to the game?
Kobe was huge. I mean, think of his background was so unique. Here's a young man that grew up in Europe. His father played in Italy, played in different parts of Europe, and that's where I met Kobe as a young man, just running around the gym. But Kobe, because of that background, spoke multilingual. He had a great fundamental base to his game. He's a tremendous athlete, but his fundamental base to his game separated him from many other players. And his competitive nature. I mean, Kobe was as tough as you get. This guy played through anything. Broken fingers. I mean, he tore his Achilles, shot the free throws, and walked off the floor. When do you see that? Most guys are carried off the floor, but that's not the way he'll go. So, a lot of the young players in the game today, Michael Jordan was already gone. So these guys grew up with Kobe, and his impact was enormous on all of them.
How would you like to see the league honor this man? We were hearing, Nav Bhatia saying he'd like to see the number 24 retired across the league. What would you think would be a fitting way for the Lakers, perhaps, but for the NBA itself to honor this guy?
I actually like that idea. Mark Cuban of the Dallas Mavericks, owner of their team, he said that nobody will ever wear number 24 again in Dallas, and I think that would be a pretty impactful gesture across the entire league. And also, the league does a lot of things in the communities. The league tries to really involve itself in so many different aspects of the community's lives. Maybe something to do with parenting and fatherhood and youth basketball, because Kobe was so involved with his young daughter who perished with him. So something along those lines, I think, would mean something to Kobe if he was here.